Hello guys, so welcome to today's show. My name is CHUKS and you're on GFL TV, the home of football. So if today is the first time we see our program, we want to bring you the latest Arsenal news updates as they drop all over the world. So for now, I will start with today's morning show. So reports we want to hear from Sports Mole is the fact that Mikel Arteta don't hold talks with Marcus Rashford over a possible move from Manchester United over to Arsenal. So the question now becomes, is Rashford going to be a very, very good fit for Arsenal? Because like this, I think stumbled upon the news for Sportsmo, Mikel Arteta speaks with Manchester United attacker over an Arsenal switch. Now, when you read the entirety of the report, they call the talk say the season before last season, Rashford actually scored a whooping 30-something goals, gave plenty assists, but last season was like lowest points for Marcus Rashford, so it no can really work. So according to the reports, as I read them, the thing really suits my belly. Like if he can come in to be a cover or be a competitor, because at that cover word doesn't even make sense. If he can come in to be a decent competition to those waiting for our flank, that match then the wing. Like if he will feel rediscover in form, because we know how very, very good Rashford did on his day. If Rashford they play, like nobody can deny he's not a good player. He just had a dip in form. As I was reading the report, I was reading the entirety of the report from Sportsmo. Now, so they say, okay, Arteta has reportedly spoken to struggling Manchester United attacker to gauge his interest in a summer switch to the Emirates Stadium. So if you read further down, you will see where they talk say a rejuvenated, that's about 1, 2, 3, the fourth paragraph. A rejuvenated Rashford came up with 30 goals and 10 assists in 56 games across competitions. The season before this last season, you get when you can suffer some kind of regression. You get so Rashford will just become bad in one season. He still has the goods. So another question will be say, will he really want to switch the Old Trafford over to Arsenal? Because if you check the trajectory of progress, Arsenal they high up there. Like you can see the progress, like it's visible to the blind. So Arsenal they high up there. We are becoming title contenders. Manchester United are nowhere close to title contention. In fact, naturally, for the table, they don't even qualify for Europe. Now backyard they take enter. So when you look at all those variables, if I were to be Rashford, I will move with the moving train, which is Arsenal, but based on loyalty and allegiance, even though the fans say they bite the neck. So based on loyalty and allegiance, he might really want to still stay back for them. So the question now becomes, would you want Rashford to come and join Arsenal? So that's what I'm asking you. So let me know your own thoughts in the comment section. If now you be the personal advisor to Arteta, you go advise Arteta, say, okay, fine, if the whole talks with the guy, put money where your mouth is, get this player. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Or you believe, say, the guy don't shall ask, be the kind of player where Arsenal supposed to be look for. So, okay, they won't sign this player. Now, surprisingly, one of our senior man sent me this message on my DM. Now, for TV, then they I think it was Sky Sports going screenshot. Now, they say the Chelsea manager requirements. Now, when you look at the requirements, you see they say you must fit into the club structure, you must play possession-based football, you must be collegiate and collaborative, you must be comfortable dealing with media spotlight, then finally, you must be ready to go head-to-head with Guardiola and Arteta. Say as a reference point to their own manager. If the most high manager go say, Baba, you need to be reason like Arteta. Like the only person that has been able to push this Pep, now be Arteta. So this Chelsea requirements, because from the team where they go for down for the team for the screenshot, I'm looking at Sky Sports, now they snap this thing from. So for you to know, say they're very easy. Everybody wants their manager to be like Arteta, because to push the juggernauts like this Pep Guardiola is not easy. You get so. I mean, well, I know say at that time they come. He's a very young manager. In time they come. So maybe foresee what's everybody they do. I thought that don't rejuvenate the space, the managerial space. You get, but it is what it is. He's trying to change everything. As Pep come, reinvent the wheel in a different way. So I think it's trying to also do the same thing in a different way, making time also come. So more come up for that Chelsea side. I just make a let know what's in the sup there. Now, we can't hear say Kiwior is fine in the commot for Real Sociedad based on our loan. In the come Arsenal. So the $1 million question now becomes: should Arsenal give Kiwior another chance? That's something where people will really look at. Should we give him another chance? Because I can't listen to Fabrizio Romano when they talk about it. Fabrizio they talk say Kiwior stands a higher probability of leaving. And the thing is, Arsenal have some cover in that left back. And don't forget, they are still looking at signing Jorel Hesio. So that was another left back. Even Kadioglu. Kadioglu is another decent player that can play that left back, not just left back, play variety of positions. So Fabrizio Romano going to talk. So when you look at Zinchenko, left back, Tomiyasu, he can cover left back, Timber, left back there. Then Jacob Kiwior, left back there. So Arsenal have like the players they have there are surplus to requirement. They're too plenty. So now adding a Kiwior, and nobody would like to come into a club and not really start, not really play, just becoming a bench warmer. Like you know, go really they happy. So for that reason, Kiwior might leave. But Fabrizio can explain further. Can talk say Arsenal might even give Kiwior a new contract just to protect his value, because if they look at the guy maybe like 2 years or 1 year left on his contract, so if people won't come bargain, they're going to say after a guy get 1 year now, or maybe I take 15 million, or maybe I take 10 million. Yes, but if they increase his contract, give him like 2 years more, then if Arsenal won't negotiate, they will get a higher bargaining power. So now part of the thing. Me personally, this life no balance. So this Kiwior, once upon a time, when they talk say Shane go be Arsenal captain, I mean no go be Arsenal captain based on his mentality. But the thing is, every manager have their own style of play, their football philosophy, the way they want approach games. So if you know if you buy into the coach's philosophy, it doesn't mean you are a bad player. It just means you are not fit for purpose. You're just like a round peg that has been forced into a square hole. For that reason, Kiwior needs to go elsewhere where he will be a round peg that will be fitting properly in a round hole. So not just the way we be. Not be say Tierney no good, because I think some people they argue say Tierney is still good, Tierney is still good. Ain't good. But he's not fit for purpose. The way Arteta won't play, Arteta ball, Kiwior no fit into that style. That is why he has no other choice than to go and look for greener pastures elsewhere. Come on, he pay me because I like the guy, but his injury record self follow for things really affect him because he's a high-flying fullback. Now, traditional fullback when they bomb that space, get that fullback area from the left back to the left wing forward, so and bomb by him. So, and I think I know they like making your own left back or right back. They invent into the midfield. Control proceedings. You see, Chelsea, they tell a manager, say, we want possession-based football, which means we don't want a manager that is reactive. We want a manager that is proactive, which is why Manchester United are also talking to McKenna of Ipswich. McKenna carry Ipswich, come from another league, enter championship. From championship, he carried them enter the EPL. So people, they look the guy as a progressive manager. Look at Tottenham Hotspur. Look at the way they play now under Ange Postecoglou. Compare and contrast with the way they played under Jose Mourinho, under Nuno Espirito Santos, under who else again? Under Antonio Conte. Those guys were doing defensive masterclass, were doing reactive football. Postecoglou is very progressive and proactive. So now that type of footballing play, fans won't pay money to come and see. Fans want to come and pay money and see you doing counter-attacking football every day of your life. Man, you go to play Burnley, they counter-attack. You play Sheffield United, they counter-attack. What team? So the times don't change. Times don't change. Everybody wants a progressive. Like, you want to pay your money, go to the stadium, get entertained, your team go win. Like, you go happy, shout, go, you go out. Yeah, so everybody's using our manager as a blueprint, as a reference point. So that's what it just be. But then remember this Arteta, I mean, win something. If Arteta wins something, people will start to be singing praises. People want to see what Arteta really do. Picking us now from grass, bringing us to grace. Though we never get the grace 100%, but at least we are on our way there. So, when I no lose God, when I no lose hope, the future is still very bright. So, also other stories. Now, shockingly, I can't see this report this morning. Like everybody's carrying this report. You get say Pep Guardiola is set to leave Man City after this next season, 2024-2025 season. In fact, first of all, I first seen this report for Sky Sports Paper Talk. It was the headline news. So they say Pep Guardiola set to quit Manchester City at the end of the season. In fact, now Daily Mail journalists, now first of all break this news before everybody can the carrier. So Daily Mail journalist Jack Gorgan now first confirmed this story. So the London Evening Standard even put up a report that Pep Guardiola set to leave Manchester City after the 2024-2025 season. Now, when you read all those reports, because I took my time doing my research, gather many sources, Daily Mail, Daily Mirror, Daily Clinical, check everything. Now, the hierarchy at Manchester City, they try to give Pep a contract extension. Pep has 1 more year left on his contract, which is next season. So they try to give him a bumper contract extension. But Pep never won't answer them. You get, nobody really knows. But me, I don't have 1 + 1 = 2 because me, I looked at things critically. If I read between the lines. Get, personally, I feel the reason Pep doesn't want to sign a contract is because of the profitability and sustainability regulation when Man City don't breach. The financial fair play issue they don't breach. Their case still they court. If you remember, Richard Masters, who is one of the executives of the Premier League, say a date for their own trial done this set. That trial is going to hold this season, I think this year. That's what Richard Masters said. So Pep no one day here when the results will come, when the verdict will come and say, okay, Manchester City have been relegated to National League or they'll be relegated to League 1, League 2. They're going to fight that way, come back to Championship, on Championship to the EPL. You know, one day that will be like an embarrassment when he will be the manager of Man City playing in the Championship. He will dent his own image and his own record. So Baba they try to protect his pedigree. Say, okay, I know that when they look at things. So that because they look at things differently from the way all this media they look at, because from all the reports I read, nobody really looked at it from that angle that this might be why he doesn't want to sign a new contract. But we don't look at from that angle, say there is a possibility. It may not be, but there is a possibility. Say, I was about the check. We make no one sign anything, but more just the watch. But another two I feel guarantee you see anything make Pep mistakenly come up for the EPL. Hey, Chineke. What thing Ateta go do these people? Ateta go win the league like 10 times in a row. They don't go believe her because the only thing stopping us now at this time of our lives is just this Pep. Every time make Pep come out, if you like make all the players yesterday there, at J they can't do nothing because every coach has their own distinct behavior, their own characteristics, their own traits. So the way Pep go they approach games will be quite different from the way other managers go approach games. Look at Ederson. Ederson wants to move to Al Ittihad in Saudi Arabia. Look at Kevin De Bruyne. Like all the domination we then get, the people will make them get that domination. There's been a crack now. People they leave, people they retire because of age. But Silva is leaving at the end of the season. De Bruyne might likely leave. Look at Ederson is leaving. Moreno will take over. Like there's crack in the Man City setup. And next season, I can tell you for free, no matter who they want buy, it no go feel like the people we did there will help them dominate us for like 7 years. So now the way me I the same, but let's just continue. Let's just be watching. I can even argue and tell you for free, say, if to say Klopp, no say Pep go leave after next season, Klopp no go come up for Liverpool. Klopp go see them because now Pep pursue Klopp because people they really say in the last 7 years, one person win league 6 times. What are we now doing here? I'm just wasting my time because as a manager, you want at the end of your tenure, at the end of your managerial career, you want to see trophies. That okay, I win this one, I win this one, I win this one. But because of this man, now only once I don't win the league. Come on, make a go La Liga, or make a go Serie A, or make a go Eredivisie, or go somewhere else. But he had no information. Say Pep will still leave, but it is what it is. My dear Arsenal lovers, we'll see what's in the future hold for Arsenal. Let us ask now. Both Chelsea and other clubs. We'll see how everything be. Now, moving forward, so the Daily Canon, for the let us know, say Aston Villa have reignited their pursuits of 23-year-old Arsenal midfielder in Emil Smith Rowe. I think it was yesterday. I made mention of this. I think yesterday or the day before yesterday. I was saying maybe Aston Villa go feel reignite. Just let I know. So maybe Aston Villa go feel reignite the chase because Aston Villa, Unai Emery, and one of the people I know say the guy really love Emil Smith Rowe, like he really love him. He tried to sign him then, but he don't really work out. So at the end of the day, Arsenal keep the player. So no say Arsenal and MS Brito won't hold talks. So after they hold their talks, we'll come know what the future hold. Whether they won't sell the guy or they don't want to sell him. So it is what it is. Now, Give Me Sports. Come aside, they put out an exclusive report on how Arsenal, Chelsea, and Liverpool will vote at the meeting to scrap VAR. Remember, I said some days back, I told you that Wolves actually wrote a petition, a 6-page report on why VAR should be scrapped in the EPL, because VAR is causing more harm than good. They even talk say they do surveys, say over 10,000 fans talk say they don't want the VAR. Get now, Wolves sent this 6-page report to all the other 19 clubs in the EPL, say they support their own stand. Now, the votes will be taking place on June 6th. The votes will be taking place on June 6th, where every club will determine whether the VAR will continue. I think the VAR is not used for the EPL for like 5 years now. So they're going to do an assessment, do an evaluation on whether this VAR should continue. So from this report, from the Give Me Sports, we're going to just say clubs like Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea are going to vote to keep the VAR. Even clubs like Brighton, Crystal Palace, Newcastle, and West Ham are going to vote to keep the VAR. There are clubs like Ipswich, where they come from the Championship. They never experience VAR. They don't know how it be because they don't use VAR in the Championship. So they never know what they go vote. There are clubs like Southampton also. They come from the Championship. Nobody know their own stand. Then Leicester City, they were formerly in the EPL, so they already know what VAR they about. So nobody know their own stand. And people like Everton are going to be abstaining. Then I don't forget 2 more other clubs are going to be abstaining. Now here's the catch: for the votes to pass, say me then scrap VAR, because that's the title of the voting. Do you support scrapping of VAR? Yes and no. You get. For the votes to pass, the vote needs 14 clubs to agree. 14 clubs need to come out and say, okay, we no one use VAR again. They will come scrap it. Majority carries the votes, but that 14 must complete. So, or if you not reach the 14, then the vote no go. Now, Arsenal, Liverpool, Chelsea, 3 out of 20, don't remain 17. And don't say, okay, we want to use VAR. When you look at the likes of West Ham and other people, so the projection of this vote will say VAR will continue to be used. Now, what is the stand of the FA on this issue? Now, the FA of the opinion say VAR still now a work in progress. It still needs to be like, they need to put some kind of improvements, because at the end of the day, the VAR system itself is not the problem. The problem is the operators. Sometimes their decisions are made subjectively, not really objectively. So now where the disparity in opinions come. So it's supposed to, VAR is not supposed to be guide the referee, not really be the final say, because sometimes now still interpretation. Sometimes VAR if gets the angle. Okay, look at, for example, now what's happening between Arsenal and Newcastle. Should ball don't come out or ball never come out? Nobody know. Even the VAR does not have the camera angle to actually say whether ball don't come out or ball never come out. What do you do in cases like that? Now, those type of areas, then will do improvements ahead of next season. So June 6th, the votes will be holding. Anyhow the votes go, Shola, I go there to explain to now waiting be the decision. But I can tell you for free that VAR will still be used ahead of next season. So now moving on, cut offside. What they let us know, say a world-class player with a 130 million euros release clause wants to join Arsenal. So I see the headline and say, who be the world-class player with 130 million release clause? He talks, I want to join Arsenal. So I can't read the report. So as I was reading the entirety of the report, I can't come across this section where they say Napoli striker Victor Osimhen, who is being chased by clubs like Chelsea and Paris Saint-Germain, prefers a move to Arsenal, according to Italian journalist Walter De Maggio. Now, while speaking to Radio Kiss Kiss Napoli, Maggio said about the future of Osimhen. Now, the next statement is in quotes, which means this is actually what he said verbatim, is quoted. So, Maggio can talk say, Osimhen wants the Premier League. If the offer comes, okay, if the offer doesn't come, then he will consider the Arab one. There is no club paying the clause today. Osimhen would like Arsenal, otherwise he would consider Saudi Arabia. So the Serie A striker has £130 million. So for me, it's good to say, okay, the player get interest, because Maggio is a reputable journalist in Italy. So it is good. But now the next $1 million question now becomes, will Arsenal go and pay that money. 130 million euro is about maybe 110 million pounds or thereabouts. So will Arsenal bring out that money to go and pay? No, because Arsenal don't get the money, but do Arsenal see value in Osimhen? See a 130 million euros value in Osimhen? That is the question. You get this issue about Osimhen. Their opinions are divided. Most people feel say Gyökeres should be a better option. See, most people feel say Benjamin Sesko will be a better option, especially when Benjamin Sesko is even the cheapest of all. They're going to be spending maybe like 56 million if you are getting Benjamin Sesko. So, like, all of us can get our own opinions, conjectures, conspiracy theories, but at the end of the day, now Arteta get the final say. Arteta, Edu Gaspar, Richard Garlic. So whatever they decide, I want to believe they have the best interest of Arsenal at heart. And secondly, none of us really know how much Arsenal get for that transfer kitty. So that's another angle we need to actually look at. So when we know how much Arsenal have, then we will decide, so okay, Arsenal can really afford the box. When you look at our purse and you see maybe 250 million pounds, that's our transfer kitty we can use in buying players. Then if you remove 130 million euros, what will be left? Mind you, we still have other positions we want to fill in. So now part of this we will check because now waiting myself at the check. All right, so the biggest news of the day is the fact that Sportsmole are letting us know that Arteta has spoken with Rashford over Arsenal switch. So you don't follow Marcus Rashford talk, so they would like to really sign him. When I see the story from Sportsmole, I was like, this will really happen. So when I look further at the report, they say Mikel Arteta has reportedly spoken to struggling Manchester United attacker to gauge his interest in a summer switch to the Emirates Stadium. This season, Rashford, he flopped, no doubt. Nobody they argue. But the season before this season, Rashford scored a whooping 30 goals and made 10 assists in 56 games. So if you want to judge Rashford, don't judge him solely based on this season. You have to look at his antecedents, look at the things he's capable of doing. And don't you think a change of scenario, a change of scenery, coming from Manchester United over to the Arsenal can really boost his morale? Just like Kai Havertz has really changed and transformed into a different kind of player. So, well, we'll just do what. So, my dear Arsenal lovers, I think this is a fine place for us to call the show an end. So, it's like come your way in the evening to give you the evening news. So then, thanks for tuning in. Enjoy the rest of your day. Get snack your mouths. All right, guys. Bye.